Alright, let's go. Get that coffee going. Get some of that coffee going. Let's do it. Oh, let's do it. Alright. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright. The sun, every day already at this point. All the sun. It's really warm too. I need it to be warm right now. My PC in past hours was warm enough already. Even more fresh right now, rather than anything. You're right. Think gonna be interesting in a bit. Wait, how so, say? How so? Oh yeah, the state of play. Yeah, state of play seems kinda not that good. I'm gonna skip it sadly on Thursday. Ah, I see, I see. Alright, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see. I'm gonna mess around a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, state of play gonna be not that good. Twisted Metal, I kind of doubt it. I think they said mostly like third party things, right? Like indie stuff and everything. Some VR titles and Kill the Justice League stuff, right? Suicide Squad. So I kind of doubt there'll be anything big. Suicide Squad, I honestly kind of like don't care whatsoever. Whatsoever. It's like Rocksteady. Rocksteady is good, but like it looks completely not interesting to me. It sounds completely not interesting to me. And I'm not sure if they can like, pull something that will, completely flip it for me. Because I kind of don't see that happening. Especially with all the news that it's like, microtransactions, battle passes is like, okay, I see where it's going, brother. I rather not. I rather not. Yeah, I have no idea either. No idea. So not really interested. Not really interested. And we'll see though. Never say never. But yeah, I'm kind of like not on that train. Let's be real. So yeah, Thursday it's also like midnight my time, and yeah, Thursday tomorrow gonna go to my mom's place. There's like relatives coming from another town, another city, and it's holidays here, like long weekend basically. So yeah, I'm gonna go meet with everyone. So I'm gonna be home probably also kind of late, and I'm probably just gonna go sleep after drinking and stuff. So not gonna co-stream that. We'll check the stuff that is worthy on Sunday, I guess. Well, actually on Friday also the news recap a bit. So we're gonna see some of that there. Gonna see some of that there. The survival card game, yeah, that one I was forgetting to check on Steam. I have like an article about it, actually, something about development, and I heard a lot of good stuff about it, but I haven't seen it really still. The Pacific Drive or whatever, right? That one looks interesting. Is Altered Deck reached today? Hello, sir. There we go. I get him. They still have some milk. Oh. Alright. There we go. Alright. Get some coffee. Give me some banon. Some the coffee sometimes just like you can see the difference of different coffee types. Some of it is just like flying all over the place even. Some of it just like drops in, done. Some of it refuses. Tries to get everywhere. Tries to escape. Bit of chicory still left. Let's go. Alright. But yeah, for Unity stuff, maybe I'm not gonna be doing like anything super crazy today anyway. It's gonna be a couple of hours trying some stuff. How are you, by the way, Zerenix? How's the life? Yeah, well, wait a ding. I'll wait a ding. Alrighty, Roman, alrighty. See you, man. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, see Zerenix, I say. Them dink medicines. Medicine in general is not very nice. Not a huge fan of that stuff. The addiction time, indeed. Indeed. It's kind of funny because like I just like the taste and stuff, like not the kick or something, the hit, you know. Like some people just need any sort of coffee, whatever. Just to like me some cappuccino with some rough or something. That one is also nice. It's hard to find a good one though nowadays. A lot of places are kind of like fucking you on vanilla sugar. Like the only difference basically is like coffee with milk is being foamed together in one go, mixed together, foamed together, and with the vanilla sugar added in process too, and all that being cappuccinated together. So it gets like very nice and fluffy. But to be honest, it's kind of the same cappuccino, really. Almost. Except for like the vanilla sugar, I guess, and some like extra fluffiness. But yeah, since it's very popular, they usually set like the separate price for it in regular coffee places, like way higher too, price. And then you order it and they don't even put any like vanilla sugar in. Like, bro, what are you exactly asking the higher price for? You literally do exactly the same amount of coffee, same amount of milk, but instead of, cappuccinating coffee, milk separately and then adding the espresso there, you just add espresso before and then cappuccinate everything together. So it's just different order of actions, but they charge you like 50% more for that without even that vanilla sugar. There's like one place near my grandma. Like I was visiting her last week in the evening already. And on the way back, decided to check the coffee near her. And it's like the cappuccino is kind of like regular price. But I decided to test what kind of rough coffee they make there. And that was basically cappuccino, just more expensive. So usually I try to get cappuccino whenever I'm out somewhere. Except if it's the place that I kind of know. You also always need to tell them to put that vanilla sugar in case they have it. Sometimes they don't. Alright. Fell in the grinder. There we go. Oh, whoop. Yeah, look at this shit. So I call going ham, dude. The box. And in the box, there is this shit. That's like croutons with, as you can see, very dang spicy stuff. The Thai pepper they call it. One I already consumed yesterday, and shit's really good. It's like in one of the grocery stores, but only like one chain has them, and they're not very conveniently placed. So I found them in the internet store, even cheaper, and stocked up bunch on that. Coffee press lasted long. Well, what is this now? Over 2 years already? I would say good. It sounds like dripping water sometimes, but I actually think it's not, what's the name? It's not even the press. I think that happens when I start already like closing it, and I guess you kind of a little bit like pressing it anyway, so like, you know, the level of liquid ups and then just like drops, because right now it's all dry and fine, so it's not like leaking or something. So yeah, it's good. It's nice. It was very good. Don't even do the sugar. It depends on the coffee. Like sometimes it's nice. Like when I do at home, I usually don't add. If I get somewhere, I usually add some. It just makes it better, to be honest, especially in cappuccino and stuff, for example. Like if you already like, you know, adding some stuff to coffee, then I think sugar is not too bad. Especially if you can get some like brown sugar or something. It's nice. It depends on the quality, right? Like there are places here, like the fixed price coffee stuff. Like coffee there is pretty like cheap compared to like regular coffee places. The quality is kind of like, you know, not always super crazy good. So then I usually can get some like syrup in, sugar in, and stuff like this. Like if you make cappuccino, for example, or something like this, like almond syrup is like very nice. I like it. I like it. And they usually in those places, the fixed price coffee, they usually have those included in price, so you don't need to pay for it. So why not? But there is one that actually does the good stuff. That's where I'm going. But they also kind of different quality from one place to another place in the chain. Like the one we have here is actually kind of decent, and they do that stuff right with some vanilla sugar so far. And when I go to the same chain, but like different place, like in I've been in like two, I think, different ones actually, and they all kind of suck. Still like reasonably priced, of course, and the same standard stuff across all their chain. Like the fixed price coffee stuff. But the quality is worse there. It used to be like everything fixed price. Now I think it's mostly only coffee though. It's like the Israeli chain that arrived here, and now they have like more spots in Moscow than in the whole Israel, basically. Yeah, exactly, Lutan. Well, it's the same kind of like with, for example, like with cappuccino, sometimes like what Starbucks does, for example, they just like over roast the beans a lot, so it's like, you know, this like strong flavor still goes even through all the milk and everything, and that's why it's kind of like, oh damn son, it's so good. So good. Because people love, you know, adding a whole bunch of stuff in there. So then they just like over roast them hard so you still can feel, you know, the coffee in all that mixture that you made. Starbucks here, like, I think in Moscow they still are. I think they renamed now, as always, also, because they kind of left, but not really. Not sure how they still even survive, though. I think it's mostly like people literally just go in there to like post on Instagram or something. Like they opened one Starbucks in the same like kind of corner. Well, it's not cool corner, rather kind of like square in one of the big malls nearby. They opened Starbucks, and it was in the same square with two like fixed price coffee spots. Starbucks closed, no? In like 3 months or something. Starbucks was gone because why would you get it there for like I don't know 500 a cup, where you can just go to that fixed price stuff and get for 200 a cup, and the difference in taste and stuff is like negligible, I would say. Gyotan, basically, yeah. The sugar is usually kind of nice if you add a little bit. It kind of like intensifies the taste, especially with milk and everything. It like elevates it a bit. This coffee, like, and this amount of milk is kind of fine since I get a lot still. When it goes like espresso shot only and everything, then like a little bit of sugar there actually feels good. Like when I get coffee outside, basically, I'm always adding sugar. Like that stuff they make there, it's like not that good. This one is more constant. Well, this one is also like more powerful. Like whenever I make for my friends, for example, like the same amount I made now, uh, like I can easily like just so it's faster, right? Like if it's like four of us, for example, right? Like grinding 4 times gets kind of tedious. So when it's four of us, I do like two of the same like packages and make like 4 glasses, like cups of coffee out of that with milk and stuff too. And some friends still stay like strong. So yeah, it's quite the package here. But I like it. I like it. A black coffee with sugar preferred method. It's all right too, yeah. I just like it milky though. I don't know. Like I don't mind like the bitterness or something. Like I think it's not even like completely like the milk stuff. It's just milk is kind of like a filler, I guess. I just like, you know, when I drink stuff, I like drinking a lot. So I probably like the beer I consume in pretty big amounts when I do. So I'm kind of like instead of adding water, making kind of Americano, right? I'm just making, you know, something like more tasty out of it, I guess. Like the more interesting cocktail mixture. So it's kind of like more in the volume. That's why I basically like even with Aeropress, you don't need that much water and stuff in. You kind of need less, and just kind of espresso shot that you also add in there later. But I get more just so you know, it's more liquid basically, and then it all goes down pretty fast anyway, even if it's a lot. Same with like tea or something. I can't really like drink like some small cup of tea, you know, like the typical this like small set, the tea set cup, you know, for the tea. That's like nothing for me. Like I used to get like pretty big mugs for that stuff. I see what I see. Yeah, it's all about the experiments. That's true. Like if something tastes better, then yeah, why not? Like in Vietnamese coffee, actually, it kind of elevates the taste, I would say, quite a bit because you use the condensed milk, right? So it's sugar technically too. And some types of coffee in that one are just like godlike. Like the Weeb coffee. What was the name of that one? I forgot. It wasn't Samurai. What was the name of that one? I forgot. Man, how did I forget? Like I was getting that one. It's not even really Weeb, I think. Just kind of like pretending to be. Not from actual Japan or something, obviously. But yeah, that one is, with Vietnamese methods, sometimes are really good. Like there's one like beige color, kind of like there is white, I think, and there is beige, like more yellowish. That one's supposed to be like a little like with peach taste there. And yeah, like in Vietnamese, when you make it, you actually can feel it. That tastes so good. That shit is became like super expensive. Like it used to be in every store. I mean, it is still in every store, just the price is super high. Like a lot of coffee became so expensive that I just like ordering freshly roasted through the internet store, and it's just like you pay the same price, but instead of like some 1 year old shit from the warehouse, you get like fresh stuff. Like when was this one made? Maybe not like giga fresh, but still. When they print it, usually here somewhere. Come on, man. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 24th of January. Well, I mean, it's almost a month, so not like super fresh, but it's not a year. It's not a year at least. Yeah, I see. Let's see. Oh yeah, when you can't drink milk, that's also a different story. Because I would say like the oat milk and everything. I mean, it's okay. It's just cappuccino out of that is kind of hard. You need to kind of get like more fatty version. I don't even know if there's like more fatty uh non-lactose milk versions. Because I think most of it is like 1% or something fat. So you just like because not fatty enough and kind of like more like a watery structure in general, it just doesn't foam into cappuccino whatsoever. At least all my attempts didn't work. I think I tried oats. I think I tried hazelnut milk or something. Or was it almond hazel in the hazelnut? Like two types I think I tried. They just not really getting cappuccinated. Sadly. Get the bundle. Get some snackies then. All right. And we get to the news. Until it's time for more Unity adventures. For a little bit. There we go. All right. Well, let's see. What do we have? Now, the authors of Forza Horizon will show the next big update for the 5th game. One of the authors of Gears of War hinted that he is back to work on franchise. In the past, Josh Ortega was working on the story of sequel and prequel, helping with other elements of the games too. Damn son, decided to bring that one back. Decided to bring that one back, finally. Rovio delisting original Angry Birds asks players to try live titles instead. Studio said Rovio Classics Angry Birds is impacting its wider business portfolio, and presumably not in the positive way. People actually prefer to just get the one-time purchase, I guess, or something original, instead of farming the live version. What a twist. Yeah, what a twist. Who would have thought? Don't want to be pleased, yeah. A Doki Doki Literature Club, Literature Club Plus, sold 1 million copies. Damn, son. What's the Plus even doing? The original was free, right? Alright, what else we have? Oh yeah, looks like it's like the original was one, yeah, $1 or something. The re-release. So now it's impacting their free-to-play alternatives. Because you actually rather just pay that $1. Then the Bobo is You spin-off, Bobo Files Taxes. Insane. Haven't heard about that one. Haven't heard about that one. Yeah, Bobo Files Taxes. Elden Ring just sold 20 million copies worldwide in just under a year. That is Game of the Year. All the fucking hype and noise around for the past years. Well, for the past years, really, and for the past year, too. That so many people were playing and streaming and everything. And now, a year after, it sold 20 millions. Fucking Pokemon, that was complete broken, laggy shit. Maybe good one gameplay wise, but still broken, laggy shit. And another Pokemon, as always, anyway, right? Sold 20 in like a week or something. Like, come on, dude. Hey, Blakey. Not to mention even like Call of Duty. Like, let's not even just talk about that. Oh yes, the Microsoft Activision Blizzard hearing had actual like press conference after and everything. So they got the deal with Nvidia GeForce now. So they are allowing gonna get their titles on GeForce Now and everything, seems like. But they still didn't get the deal with Sony yet. I see, Steve, I see. The Dota 2 authors blocked over 40,000 accounts that were using the third-party software to gain advantage in the game, and said that they're gonna be fighting cheaters even more. Yeah, 40,000 accounts doesn't sound even like that bad compared like to like Call of Duty or like Warzone or whatever, right? When there was like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of accounts in one wave, and there was a wave like every few months. The new story expansion for Stellaris with the new, oh, how we call that, those ones, Origins and Fresh Mechanic will be out 14th of March. The Fresh Mechanic. For Resident Evil 4 remake, and they started working on the VR mode now. And the owners of PSVR 2 and PlayStation 5 will get it for free as a free update. Microsoft president mentioned that current agreement between Sony and Activision about Call of Duty is coming to an end, and again reminded about their offer to continue this agreement for 10 years. Same contract as with Nintendo. Yes, these two, right? CSGO again beat the record of simultaneous players online. 1,324,000 people. Insane, dude. Everyone's farming some boxes, I guess, and stuff. IGN got the exclusive preview Star Wars Jedi Survivor. 5 hours. Damn, son. So careful, I guess. There's gonna be some footage going around. Some Metal Gear Solid news are expected this Thursday. Damn, son. Interesting, interesting. Time for some remasters, I guess. No, the Kickstarter campaign to make Apex Legends tabletop will start in May. Another one is like always so like surprising to me. It's like I understand some like small, like indie studio with their game decided to make a tabletop and wants to raise money. No, it's like Elden Ring Kickstarter, like Bloodborne Kickstarter, fucking Apex Kickstarter. Everyone goes to Kickstarter just to farm some more money for those tabletops because they are hot shit on Kickstarter, basically. Like, come on, dude. Come on, man. PlayStation 1 game. There's some hidden gems there. Nah, I'm not really familiar with console stuff that much. Sadly, sadly. Alright, let's see what else we have. Wild Parts received a patch aiming to resolve some of its performance issues. We'll see how that will go. If it's good, it's probably well known, yeah. There might be only some like things that, some people like that everyone else found kind of bad. That might be happening. There might be games like that, I guess, yeah. Even though in time, I think even those games become like kind of like Rage 1, for example, right? Like when it was just out, it was getting shat on hard. I liked it back then. It was kind of like rushed, close to the end of the special. It's like suddenly poof, over. The fuck, dude. But it was nice. But if you look at it now, though, and reviews and everything, everyone is already kind of like, changed their mind. Now it's kind of like considered good. Now it's considered good already. Somewhat. Well, like very positive range, this kind. Alright. Yeah, Microsoft claims PlayStation controls 70% of the global console market. Damn, son. Sorry, big. We small. Next week, Twitch will be opening at the call for content for TwitchCon Paris. Then call me. Easy life. I will be talking gaming news from the stage. Let's go. Just get me the visa with tickets, and I'll show you. And I'll show you. All right. What else? What else? Oh yeah, of course. Finally got some announcement from Bethesda. I guess from id Software too, because it's Doom related. Bethesda said that Arcade Mighty Doom will be out on iOS and Android 21st of March. Pog. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Some gotcha elements and everything. Hey, Rev, hello. Hello, sir. The messy kitchen? No, that's a regular state. That's a regular state of it. That ain't even messy. This is messy, yeah. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's cluttered, that's true, but I like it that way. I like it that way. There's only one like box that I need to throw away because the uh, the the crisp bread is over. I need to buy some. But other than that, everything's intended, eh? A Fairy Suka Fairy? I mean, even the original fairy was being made here already. This should be original still. And this one, this one, this one. Yep. Procter and Gamble, Novomoskovsk. So yeah, all the manufacturers and stuff of all the brands are here already for years anyway. It's just way too much of an amount, you know, you need to produce to import that in boxes and stuff. It would be too expensive. I got some like local Suka stuff though. We'll test it when Fairy is over. It's like 3 times cheaper and 2 times bigger the bottle, so we'll see. I really have all those cabinets and stuff. I mean, there's no food in those cabinets. That's the fun part. This is like spices, sugar. The thing is, like, I needed to put this thing here for another shelf, but I thought like I don't need that many shelves. Would be nice to have though. And this is where the dishes are. This where some more dishes are basically, which I like. This one I like. This stuff I barely ever used, to be honest. Only when like guests arrive. And here I have pretty much just the Tupperware, like some plastic stuff. This like rice, oven dishes, kind of oven dishes. Like half of them are like half empty, to be honest, of those cabinets. Like there's no food or something. Like the food is like there. You can see the pyramid and stuff here, for example. Yeah, there are some some cans are here. Yeah, sure. They always close. I'm not getting them into any cabinets or stuff. Yeah, they're quite shallow actually. These are. It's like basically like less than two hands pretty much there. So not very deep, eh? Not very deep. I was gonna have some. I'm gonna have some canned food. Why not? Store forever. Might as well. Might as well. Might as well have a bunch. So whenever you're lazy to go somewhere, you can always just open some can She actually got the can opener, finally. A good one after previous one. Couldn't take this. Couldn't take that can there. You just always need to have some. Nice hiss. Yeah. I mean, like, not really doing anything with it. He's not going anywhere. They have something like super dink and old there, I wonder. I think there should be some in the depths there. So yeah, there is some good canned food there. You gotta have the supply of stuff. Some of the shit I can throw out though already. Some of the stuff. Yeah, there are some like already like old things that just take some space. Not the canned food, but like the stuff that actually can go to waste, I guess. Potentially. See, Steve, not sure, not sure. The debate, the debate. So yeah, all the counters and stuff can be optimized some more, but I kind of don't need to. For me alone, everything's perfect. Everything's perfect. Let's see. What else do we have? The best food for a week. Well, if you take like freezer and canned stuff, I can probably like month, maybe like two, no problems. If I just, use the freezer and the cans, and then I can probably go like for a month or two easily. I kind of need with the freezer, to be honest. I want to kind of empty it a bit. It got like different stuff there. I want to get more of those frozen pizzas, man, and some frozen veggies too, which I already kind of have most of it there. All right. So what else? What else? The sweets and the salty stuff. What about it? What about it? In the freezer, don't have too much stuff. Freezer is like freezer and canned stuff, and also like rice and pasta and shit like this. They're like debating me easily because I'm very, very stingy when it comes to buying stuff. Right? I always like try to hunt for some discounts and everything. I mean, budgets are kind of low for me, so gotta min max things. So usually you go to the store and you see something on sale and it's like freezer, like if it's like fresh, right? If it's like tray of meat, for example, right? And it's on sale, you kind of like, well, will I eat this meat like soon? Hmm. Yes. Then I buy it. No, then I not gonna buy it. If it's like cans, freezer or something like this, I see it on sale. Will I eat it soon? No. But it's freezer or cans, so nothing gonna happen, so I buy it anyway because it's cheap. So you end up like slowly, filling the freezer with a bunch of like stuff that you bought like kind of cheap and everything to make it sometime else. And then you end up kind of like buying some fresh stuff instead because you go to the store and get the fresh stuff. So you have like something in the freezer, something, in the fridge, and you are kind of like, well, why would I cook stuff in the freezer? Because I have fresh stuff in the fridge that I need to eat. So fridge kind of more or less, freezer more or less ends up being like always the same, untouched. Same with the cans. Same with like pasta and rice. Like there's some pasta, right, that I probably bought like when I was moving in here still. I most likely can find something like that. Like let's see this one maybe. Let's see some spaghettio. No, that's already kind of new. This is actually February 2016, so this one is kind of new actually. Pretty sure I can find something from when I moved in. Was this actually bought? The good old porridge. So now it is. Oh wait, no, this is 15, I think. That's also. That's not. That's closer, but not exactly. Not exactly yet. Sounds kind of like it. So like 14, 15 probably. Let's see, boss phase. I see. Well, that's the thing. I don't like freezing the fresh stuff usually, but I can buy some stuff in the freezer directly, right? And then it just like kind of ends up. But I mean, it's like the pasta, all that stuff, and like nothing happens with it. Like if you store it properly, you can store it for years. Nothing's gonna happen. Like if it's like, you know, some like sun, humidity or something like this, then yeah, then it's bad. But if it's like just packaged, you know, pasta and everything in the dark, you know, dry place, then it can be stored there forever. Same with like rice, buckwheat, all that stuff. Nothing's gonna happen to it whatsoever. Whatsoever. And like the cans also most of the time. Know about that? Trust me, dude. 100%. Like a lot of people do that all the time. There's no problems. There is absolutely no problems. It's like literally just like dry shit. Like what's gonna happen to it? Like the only issue, as I said, if it's not like, you know, properly locked and stuff, you're gonna have some like bugs might arrive there or something. But most of the time, no stale. Not really. Like you're not gonna notice the difference. I mean, sure, if it's like, you know, some like super fancy pasta or something, maybe. But even if it's like a super fancy pasta, actually maybe like if it's like some spinach and some stuff in that stuff, maybe not gonna be say storing intact for a while. If it's just regular stuff, then dude, store it forever. You're not gonna notice any difference. You'll be surprised how many things actually are. Like you sometimes see that it's like stored for that amount of time, and then you open like, dude, some of the canned food from World War people are still eating, and it's kind of like no difference. Like you're not gonna really notice. You're really not gonna notice. And if it's also like, you know, person who actually know, why though? Because why would you like you just like something lays there for a while, you just throw it away? I don't know. Like if nothing happens with it, why not? Like I haven't bought like rice or pasta in forever. Like I want to make some, I just like pick some from there, make something, and that's it. And the rest is just laying there like for years and no problems. No problems. No problemos. You just get like the big bags of that stuff. Again, it's all saving. It's all about the saving. And that's why, like, say here, for example, a lot of people they also like don't even like store it in like the bag open or something. There's like a special boxes for that. You just put it there. Yeah, exactly, boss phase, exactly. It's just like, you know, our you know, economically efficient people things. It's an investment indeed. Everyone can understand, fellow hobos. 1 second passes from Best By Day to throw it out, then son. Well, it depends. I mean, if it's like some milk products or something, meat, yeah, same. Sometimes even like if it's the last day and you just like open it and it's like, nah, then I'm gonna throw it away, of course. But if it's like, you know, as I said, cans or something like this, dude, nothing's gonna happen to this shit. Easy knows your body will tell you, yeah. Well, I mean, with meat and stuff, it's pretty clear usually. The worst case, sometimes it's okay, but when you start cooking it, you just kind of like feel and smell that it's not good. Then not. It doesn't really expire, and it's a lot cheaper in bulk. Yeah, exactly. That's simple. That's simple. Yeah, see, so okay, see. Well, as I said, it depends. Like if it's meat or something, then yeah, milk stuff too. Kind of depends on the milk. Depends on the milk too, for example. And yeah, it depends on what you're gonna do with it. Like for example, how I live would be like super wasteful for like my like grandparents or like my mom. Not sure already at this point. For grandparents, for sure, it's like Milk is getting like sour, make pancakes. I mean, it's just sour milk. It's not poison. And just like, mix it with other stuff and you get perfect pancakes out of sour milk, actually. For example. Yeah, not even to mention my like chef friend. When we were going to his like countryside house, I'm like, let's get this chicken better. It's like, later until the expiration day just in case, because chicken in the stores here actually sometimes kind of like you can like buy it, it's still like pretty good, but like it was stored kind of weirdly, transported, like someone forgot it for a little bit longer outside and it's already kind of like, sussy. So I'm like, let's get some that is, more fresh kind of. He's like, don't worry, dude. I'm like, I know you, man. I know you can do magic with that shit. It can be rotten and you'll still make it good. But let's not, dude. I saw that. I knew that he made it though, so I wasn't touching it. But other people didn't know, so they all ate that and they were like completely like, so good, man. And that shit was like bad, very bad. It was very smelly. But a little bit of magic, a little bit of spices and everything, and boom, perfect barbecue. Yeah, if you have the all right containers, yeah. The old flour, old oil. Old oil, I mean, depends how it's stored also, I would say. Fat and the oats will go bad eventually. It depends on the oats too. Like sometimes they're like super dry already anyway, so it's well to be considered old. That I'm not sure. Oil usually doesn't really live that long for me to be honest. Let's see actually. On the sunflower seed one. No, this one basically lasts for almost 2 years. So it's a year old and it's supposed to be fine until end of this year, 26th of December. So like this doesn't even last that long to test. It's all about how you store stuff. That's the thing. It's all about how you store stuff. But again, like some things obviously that are like, not properly like sealed, and some things that are like more, liquid, have some moisture to them or anything. That stuff you don't want to store for long. Pasta, rice, buckwheat, all that shit, like dude, can be there forever. Like the pasta I finished recently was actually, yeah, when I moved in. I think that was like the very first package I opened because I don't really eat a lot of pasta. So I had this one box that lasted me since 2014 and no difference, dude, whatsoever. Whatsoever. Гречка, yeah. It is гречка. That stuff also is like forever stored, eh? So a lot of people have that in their pantries and stuff too. Nice, Steve, nice. Do it. Do it. Pasta is indestructible, yeah, pretty much. Like if you store it right, like nothing's gonna happen. Like it was like the cardboard box that was opened even and everything, and it was fine. Absolutely fine taste and everything. Like maybe if you just like eat it alone without anything on top of it, right? Just like, nah, if I would like buy like fresh one out of like, like the dink types of wheat and everything, that would be better. But then you just like, like drop some sauce on that and everything, and it's just any pasta really. Freezer stuff I don't like. If it's like for too long, I rather just throw it away. Like I have friends who can like my friend has like years already like old patties. He made just a whole bunch. Like he's a chef, so he just like brings like a few kilos of different meat, gets it in the grinder, and just makes a whole bunch like full freezer of those patties, and then he just like kind of gets one, cooks one, eats one, done. So he like stored with those, and sometimes they just kind of like laying there for a while and you can eat it like after like a years or something. Yeah, in terms of frozen meat and stuff, taste kind of changes a bit. That's true. Like freezer stuff, I agree. Like over a year and stuff, it's already kind of flaky. Maybe not everything. It's not gonna be bad for you, but it's just difference in taste you will notice. Cans, like pasta and stuff, that you're not even gonna notice. The kitchen look like a doomsday prepper house. Well, I mean, value. That's it. That's pretty much it. You go to the store, you see stuff on sale, you have a good price for like 5 kilo bag of rice, which I don't do, but like just because I don't eat that much rice, because I know that 5 kilo bag will last me forever. If I'll manage to switch my diet to rice, which I kind of wouldn't mind really, then I wouldn't mind buying 5 kilo bag. Why not? That's the thing. If you have space, if it's not gonna be like standing on your bed or something next to you, then what's the problem? What's the problem? You see, like time, getting stuff in the store all the time. You can order stuff nowadays too, of course. But it's way better when you can, just like stock up on some stuff. So you disagree? Yeah, it's how we say here, "Сытый голодного не разумеет." Someone who is a fool will never understand the starving dude, basically. So that's pretty much how it is. Like people who go eat in the restaurants every day, and never cook, they probably also have different idea. They don't understand why you even buy, pasta in the first place at home, right? Why have that? I have kitchen at home, brother. I don't even cook. And some people, kind of live without a lot of monies, eh? And that's when you kind of go and you buy stuff in bulk, in big packages and stuff. Some countries have things like Costco and other stuff, right? When you buy like with a very good big discount, you buy just a fuckload of shit. Those prices actually insane. I was kind of envious. I heard from one of the dude who was like buying their stuff, and you can buy shit super cheap there. But you need to buy like a whole bag of nuggets, for example. But those nuggets gonna be like cheap as fuck, dude. The canned jarred actually food, yeah. I mean, it's not that hard. If you have air fryer, for example, then you can like do a lot of uh, canned and like jar food easily. Again, that shit gonna be stored for years. And that's how we're all here too. Again, which is also kind of part of, the national stuff, because first of all, you have the climate when you have, winter, when fresh vegetables cost a fuckload, but at least you have something in the jar that you can eat, right? And you have, seasons when like there are like seasons in the year when, like some mental people have issues. And that's when, like government goes PPG. And that like happens sometimes even without season, just for like decades in a row. So you kind of need to adjust to that too. So you always kind of prepared. You need to call it kind of always be prepared for everything. I gotta be prepared for all this stuff. That's why people all canning and everything things here all the time. And the price difference between winter and summer for vegetables, for example, is ridiculous. So that's why a lot of people here, not to mention that in summer you usually have the yields at your relatives' gardens, like my mom's, for example. So in summer you have all those cucumbers and everything in a crazy amount that you don't even know what to do with. And then in winter, those cucumbers cost like $10 a kilo. And you are kind of like, maybe I should, kind of brine those cucumbers in summer. So now in the winter, I could at least have some pickles. And that's what a lot of people doing it here. And that's just kind of how it is. Gotta min-max life sometimes. I gotta min-max life sometimes when you're in shit conditions. It's a survival. It's a survival, man. Let's see what else we're missing still. Is there even a bunch? Yeah, it's already not that really much since yesterday. Yeah, state of play, 45 minutes is gonna be actually, alright. 15 minutes of Suicide Squad game. Yeah, that one I gonna skip. That one I gonna skip. I'd watch otherwise, but yeah, like midnight and Thursday, I'm not even gonna be home, so not exactly. There's like a lot of people even reporting on this, like the launch of Mighty Doom, dude. I don't think there's a lot of people who actually give a shit, but I guess I guess. Bloomhouse Production, known for their horror movies, announced their gaming division, the game dev division. They're gonna make horror games. All right, and the last bits. Microsoft increases the cost of Xbox Series S and X units in Sweden. Son. Oh, Japan first, I think, right? And now they're going west. And the Like a Dragonushin is out now. I'm gonna be grinding that one now. Nice, boss face, nice. And I made Megan and a Get Out. All right. Yeah, until 3rd of March, Xbox Game Pass will get 4 games, including Wolong Fallen Dynasty, among others, Merchant Blade, Soul Hackers 2, and Formula 122. Yeah, Mountain Blade is already in, I think. Valve will show a new Dota 2 update in the beginning of March. Another one. Zero, I see. The API pain. The odds for Horizon Call of the Mountain, or odds of Horizon Call of the Mountain starred legendary Ozzy Osbourne. Damn son. Fucking coming from PSVR 2, and the game itself. What a twist. What a twist. Wait, Off the Grid got the cinematographic video connected with local Grim World of Future. And they call it Battle Royale. Wait, did they say Off the Grid gonna be Battle Royale? The new Blomkamp game. The fuck? I don't remember they mentioning that. Did they already like announce that shit now? The odd wasn't too bad, I see. Imagine having like Neil Blomkamp on your game and you just making Battle Royale. Like, come on, bro. Why? Alright, and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Friends and Family Plan adds 6 more countries. More like skip. I mean, kinda. Most likely. Alright, this we saw. I'll see. Yeah, I don't remember them mentioning it, I think, because I would remember if they say. I, for some reason, thought it's kind of like, well, for some reason, thought it's something that we don't even know because they only showed cinematic, right? And there was like kind of no more other info about it. And apparently, it's Battle Royale. Well, yeah, that might be a skip. That might be a skip, maybe, unless I'll suddenly decide to play some VR stuff. I mean, if you count a Dark and Darker, I wouldn't really count that as BR. I mean, it has a circle though. So maybe, 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 just maybe. Alright, let's get back to the